Hi guys, this is Sharici and welcome back to another video. This time it's our very first mod update video of the new year. A mod update video is basically a work in progress post in the form of a video where I'm going to be showing you guys all the progress that has been made in my latest pack, and this time it's weddings. Out of all the suggestions that I saw that were most popular in the last year, I went ahead and put them on a poll, and you guys voted for weddings, so that's what we're going to be seeing here. I meant to upload this video a little earlier than what you're seeing it now, but I got a bit carried away with everything. But good news is we have a lot to go ahead and show you guys, some of which you may have seen, some of which you may have not. So let's just go ahead and jump right into what the plans were, where we're at, stuff like that. Okay, so right now you are currently looking at the Notion page for the pack. This is where everything was kind of brainstormed. So often the first step in creating one of my mods or my packs, whatever, is the Notion page. Sometimes, or most of the time, depending on what it is for anime deco sims, I have it pretty down at this point that I don't do this, but this time I decided to go ahead and flush it out on this, as you see here. It didn't take very long. You'll see I have it organized by some quick notes over here on the side, which we'll go over. And then also these three gallery, or what is it, board databases. And we see are separated by boring, excited, and maybes. The boring stuff is the things I'm going to do, but I'm just not really excited about them. Like, I don't really care for them, but they're needed in order for the complete vision. Then we have the stuff I'm excited about doing, and they're going to get done. And then the maybes are really for after I've done all the boring stuff, after I've done everything I'm excited for. If I still have energy, if I'm still invested in the pack, then that's what I plan to do with the maybes, as you can see here. So first, starting off with guests, you can see I wrote some notes here. Those are actually, I'm gonna count them as done. I technically need to do the thumbnails, but we're gonna count them as done. I'm gonna change to a bouquet. I've also gone ahead and finished the bridesmaids and the groomsmen as well. So with the officiant, I first was excited about it. Now I'm kind of about whether I want the officiant to be there. I don't know. I feel like that's such a wedding thing. Like, having a wedding singer is a wedding thing. My thing is, do I want to do that? I don't know. If you really want the pianist and the singer, go ahead and let me know. Because hopefully that'll be like, okay, that'll give me the want to really get that done. But right now they're staying a maybe. So now we are currently back in game on a random lot in Tartosa. Typically when I'm making animated deco sims, this is what I'll do. I'll pick a random lot in a world that I feel corresponds with the vision, and then as I start making animated deco sims, I'll just place them on the lot to do test runs, see if they work. So what you're currently getting a look at here is all of the guest animated deco sims included in the pack. So the way the set is organized is I went ahead and made 16 animated deco sims, but the animations are mirrored across from each other. So the animations of the first 8 sims are reflected across the animations of the second 8 sims, as you could kind of see here. I haven't mentioned this before, but one thing I do like to do is reset the animated deco sims if it's too similar. So for example, if I had I don't know, like a random scene right here that I wanted to be showing, and you can clearly tell that, for instance, like these two sims are moving at the exact same time and that's bothering me. At any time, you could always just shift click and reset them, and then the animations will go ahead and reset. And then now they will no longer be running at the exact same time. And then the only time you would ever need to redo that is if you enter a loading screen, because that resets all of the objects in game. And these are all objects. I don't know, we're gonna get a chance to look at them more later on, but the next thing I want to go through is the bridesmaids and the groomsmen. As I said previously, those are actually done already. I just went ahead and deleted them so we could stay focused, but let me go ahead and bring them back. These are the bridesmaids and the groomsmen of the animated deco set, and right now they're in their blue swatch. Right here you can see them in the green, and then the last one is like this rose cream color. In this set, sometimes what I like to do when I'm reaching a point where I'm kind of losing steam with the pack is go ahead and move all the deco sims from this default generic lot that we're at to more so putting them in a scenery where I think they're supposed to be. And in these cases, these ones are meant for a wedding venue. And it took me so long to find a wedding venue that would work for these, that would have the vision I wanted. But I finally was able to get it together. So now I think it would be cool for us to go ahead and travel to the lot, and then we're going to start placing down the animated deco sims together to see what it looks like in the wedding venue setting. Okay, so here we are at this really beautiful lot that I went ahead and found on the gallery, and it took me so long to find it. It's called the Wedding Conservatory, and it's made by the creator that I'll go ahead and put on the screen. A lot of the wedding venues only worked with either the medium or the small one, and especially with a pack like this that would have, you know, all the people to fill up the rows, I really wanted it to be the longest one. And this actually didn't come with this one. I kind of just replaced it with the longest one, but I think it works, even though it comes out the door a little bit better gameplay wise. And I think that this item, this aisle, is the cutest thing ever. I don't know how financially, you know, sound the decision is, but I would probably buy wedding stories just to have this aisle interaction. So in this case, if I just search for wedding pack and then click text search for, all the deco sims are going to pop up. But I'm looking up guests specifically, so I'm just going to search wedding pack guests. I can also add deco. Sims doesn't fit, so I can write deco or just guests as well, and then press text search. See here, it's actually guest instead of guests, plural, but you'll see all the deco sims go ahead and pop up, and I have yet to take pictures for their thumbnails, but I'm gonna go ahead and do that after we place them as well. So I'm actually gonna start with placing the ones in the back. I think I am gonna go ahead and add another row, try to figure that out back here, and that's gonna be where I put the silhouette sims. Goes into position in this beautiful red color she has on her. And then for my next sim, I'm just, oh no, they are registered as small decor items. I want to go ahead and get rid of that later. This is why we also playtest, okay? Because I don't want that to happen for this set, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it. Okay, I'll place this sim over here. For the sake of my thumbnails, oops, she flew. For the sake of my build and buy thumbnails as well, I'm going to keep them all in their default swatches, so it'd be easy for me to just take a picture of them. And then I'm just sprinkle them around. So you'll see, as soon as you grab them, if this is your first time watching Anime Deco Sims, they work like build and buy objects. As soon as you grab them, they go ahead and just lock into place into their animation. Also, you'll see when you hover above the deco sim, it says wedding pack guest. So just in case you forgot what to search, you can just do that again. And then I also want to take a moment to talk about why I have the anime deco sims set up like this, why I have it so you search for them when you need them. And that is just because I hate having the deco sims in a decoration category of any sort, because when you're not looking for deco sims and they show up anyway, I find it to be extremely annoying. For instance, like if I'm looking for a plant and instead I have a sim showing up for sale, like it's just bothering me. It gets in the way, and because I like to use these to decorate my worlds or like tool mod them off lots, this isn't just a like take my mods folder out type of thing. Okay, so this is how all of the deco sims are currently looking with them placed in the lot. And I did find some things I do want to go ahead and tweak as well, which is really, the point in this. Anyway, now it's time to go ahead and squeeze in our bridesmaids on either side. Looking at it now, I don't think there's going to be room for all four of them on each side, but we'll see. I want to find the bridesmaids first, so I'm just going to go ahead and search wedding pack bridesmaid instead of wedding guest. And then you'll see all of them pop up here, and now we can get a good look at the what I call it, like the swatches for these. But when I go to place them, they do this like thing on the face as you see here, but you place them, they work just fine. So I don't know, but as long as they work, we're good. Okay, so here we have all of our bridesmaids laid out, and you'll see the first theme here is the green and the red. Ooh, it even looks even nicer looking at it from like the outside in. Looks like a wedding is happening. But you'll see here if I go ahead and go to recolor, we have all of these swatches available, and you'll see them in all of the included color themes of the wedding as well. The colors I mentioned earlier. Here, this is what it would look like if it was this cream color. And then all of them do follow the same kind of pattern going on with each and every one of them. I think they're all cool, but I'm gonna go ahead and go with the first one. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and set it up like this. And now it's time to move on to the groomsmen and set up their side as well. And then here we'll have all of the same thing. And they literally work the same exact way in terms of their colors and their swatches. Okay, we have baby boy in a bush over here. Hold on. Okay, so this is what they look like as well. And I can go ahead and show you the different swatches for them as well. As you can see it going on, as we already talked about the colors. The groomsmen also have the black, or the groomsmen and the bridesmaids also have the black silhouette swatch that happens with the guests as well. So yeah, maybe that'll also work in your weddings or not. It's okay. I just decided to be consistent and include that in all of them, as we see here. So now that that's set up, let's go ahead and jump into live mode and see what it looks like all together. Okay, so this is what all of our guests are looking like inside, moving and watching the soon-to-be wedding ceremony going on, and this view has to be my absolute favorite. Looking at it from the outside, looking in and seeing all of the Deco Sims sat. I can't remember the last time I threw a wedding in my game. I don't hate wedding stores as much as most people do. I feel like wedding stores has always been pretty kind to me, as long as you have the right mods, to make everything move and shake the way you need to. This by far still is my favorite swatch. Favorite swatch. This by far is still my favorite view going on here. Just look at it. Your sim is walking down the aisle and they see their guests crying and sobbing at their arrival and their ceremony. Their bridesmaids over here and the groomsmen over here acting right, standing right. I really like it. Only concern I have here really is if they're moving too much. I don't know, I've been staring at it for a while, right? Trying to get a feel of it. And I would love to hear what you guys think. Are they moving too much? Are they not just doing enough of like sitting still and smiling? I'm gonna go ahead and send them down the aisle and see what this looks like. Okay, so now we've really gone ahead and gotten a complete glimpse of what the wedding pack is shaping up to be thus far. It's not perfect yet. There are still some things I want to go ahead and work on and address, but I would have to say I'm definitely proud of where everything is so far, and everything I add from this point would really only be a bonus. I create these mod update videos to not only show you guys an update of where these mods are at currently, but so you can also get a perspective of a different side of the pack, more of how it came to be, what it ends up in the future, where my headspace is, how I approach things, and then also as a time for you guys to go ahead and give feedback. Let me know some of your ideas to see if they resonate or not, especially as I know so many of you guys have been waiting for this one. I want to make my future mod update videos be structured or formatted slightly different than how they've typically been. But also, this past week was my first week of the new semester at school. So, we'll see what I can actually be done about that as I become adjusted to the courses I'm currently in. There actually still is one more thing that I've been keeping pretty quiet about that I think you guys are going to really love, especially the machinima makers. Hopefully it works. I don't want to say it just in case it doesn't work, because otherwise I could just Men in Black memory wipe it. But that's what's like keeping me also boosted, ready to go, because I have this one more thing and I pray to God it's able to come together nicely because I know you guys are gonna love it, eat up so much. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this video up focused on my favorite sim at the moment. If you couldn't tell, as always, feel free to leave any comment suggestions or feedback in the comments here or over on Patreon. If you have questions about specific packs, I would really appreciate it if you left it on that specific post. Anyway, guys, I'll go ahead and see you in a later video. Bye bye.